Hey guys, welcome back to Mantality. My name is Brian, I'm your host, the show that's all about boosting your mentality and being the best you that you can be. Today's episode is all about focus. Now, what does that mean? Well, focus is one of the 5 fundamentals that I like to call them the 5 essential F's that I follow on a daily basis. And those are focus, function, finance, fitness, and fashion. Now these 5 essential F's, I'm going to be talking about them a lot. And I guess you probably saw in the thumbnail before you clicked on this video, which also, let's talk about clicking real quick. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and give me one of these if you're liking the content that I'm putting out there, and hit that notification bell so you know when I'm putting out new content, which I know I've been slacking on this week. I know I said Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but I'm going to have to switch things up. I'm going to have to put these videos out whenever I can. I travel a lot for work and I'm very busy, and I don't want to take away from you guys, so I will say that I will put 2 to 3 videos out a week. So hit that notification bell. That way you know when I put out some new content. So back to it. In the thumbnail, we have a quote by Mark Manson, the author of a couple New York Times bestsellers, and we'll get into that here shortly. So, the solution to one problem is the creation of the next problem. Man, that's such a great quote. Because, guys, I think there's a lot of things that we don't understand, or we don't take the time to really grasp the mentality of. The mentality of that you are responsible for all of your emotions. And that problems are always going to be there. It doesn't matter how happy your life is. In fact, I can almost guarantee that there's going to be an equal amount of happiness as there is of unhappiness in your life. And it's how you handle those problems that helps you become an amazing you. It helps you be the best you can be. So guys, the book I was talking about is called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F***. What the f***? What the? Wait a second. I can't say f***? Are you fucking kidding me? Just kidding, guys. We're not going to just be throwing up a bunch of censors. So I'm going to use the word F. Or, if fuck comes out, shit. I did it again. Anyways, we're going to use the word F if I end up saying F too many times, because that's a lot of editing. The book I'm talking about is right here. The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. Mark Manson. I'm not getting paid to promote this book, but guys, I will say this is an incredible book. First off, it's hilarious. It's so funny. And it's so inspiring while being hilarious. And it really makes sense. It really brings in perspective that you only have so many F's to give throughout your lifetime, so you need to use them sparingly. I don't mean don't give an F about everything. It's just, what do you give an F about? Like, a guy cuts you off while driving, you need to have responsibility for that emotion and not just flip out and, go after him and beat the crap out of him. That's a time when you shouldn't give an F. You only have so many. Somebody once told me, he who cares the least always succeeds. And I never really understood it. I've said it a lot. I'm sure if there's any of my friends or family watching this, they've heard me say it. But now I get it. Don't care about the things that don't matter. Care about the things that do matter. But when you stop caring about the things that don't matter and you get control of your emotions, your life just makes more sense. Instead of dreaming about being a billionaire, again, break down what all you have to go through. You might have to give up having a great family, having kids that respect you and love you, getting to go see their baseball or soccer games, or even get to see them grow up at all. Instead of wanting to drive a Lamborghini, how about just settle for something to get you from point A to point B? Because realistically, you don't spend a whole lot of time in your car. Now guys, I appreciate the finer things in life, but not as much as I used to. I believe in quality, investing in quality things that are going to last a very long time, and breaking down the things that you're buying as an investment. Like, you got to have really good shoes because you're on your feet all the time. And if you're spending, $40 every few months on a new pair of shoes from Walmart, then maybe you should find a really high quality pair of shoes that are going to be quite expensive, but break it down over how long those shoes might last you. And that's going to be your investment. Don't invest in cars that, once you get them paid off, are going to cost so much to fix once they're paid off. Doesn't make sense. So, just a few things to think about. Food for thought. Because your mind's always thinking. It's always working. It's always changing. And it's always challenging you. And it's always making choices. Just make sure that you have control over it to make the best decisions you can. And just remember, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to fail. You're going to be unhappy. And you're going to fuck up. It's inevitable. See, happiness actually comes from solving problems. And the thing is, a lot of us, we want to have a better life. Or we have dreams of being a millionaire, driving a Bugatti or a Ferrari, being the most successful CEO ever. But the things that we don't really comprehend or take into consideration, should I say, is what are the problems that we're going to have to deal with to get there? What kind of stresses do we have to go through to get to the top? I follow a lot of lifestyle coaches on YouTube. I read a lot of newspaper and magazine articles, and I read a ton of books. I love improving my life. I think everyone should understand that our minds, our bodies are ever changing and forever going to change. Our mind works in a way that is always solving new problems, figuring things out. But just because our mind does that doesn't mean that we actually have control over our emotions and our thoughts. But we can. So when we accept the fact that the solution to one problem is the creation of the next problem, you just have to understand that there's going to be problems. It's inevitable. Bad things are going to happen. Just like I saw 10 things a millionaire does every day that you're not doing. Okay? Let's kind of rephrase that. 10 things a millionaire has to put up with and deal with and cry over that you're not doing. Put in that perspective. There is no get-rich-quick scheme. Just going to throw that out there. It's not going to happen. If your goal is to be a million, gazillion, bazillionaire, got to break down what is it going to take to get there. What do you have to give up? What are you going to miss out on? It's great to have dreams, but make your dreams achievable. Don't think they're going to happen overnight, because you got to work for them. You got to work really hard for them. Just like the guys out there that are like, oh, I got to have a six-pack to have the woman and to get hot chicks. No, you don't. And who are you doing it for? Are you getting healthy and in shape and buff for you? Or so you're more attractive to other people? Well, if you're doing it for others, it's not healthy. But if you're doing it for you, good job. You're on the right path. You're going in the right direction. Just like looking good makes you feel good when you're doing it for you. Of course, we all have a sense of style. Fashion dies, guys. Fashion will always die. But once you nail down your style, it brings out your personality. It makes you who you are. I'm not saying you got to dress like me. I'm not saying you got to dress like Tom Cruise or Ben Affleck or Brad Pitt. What I'm saying is you need to dress like you. And don't be afraid of what other people think. You know, there's guys out there that might think they're too short or too unattractive to go talk to women. Well, I'll tell you right now, you're wrong. Because you're letting that fear become something that it's not. You are literally allowing that fear to make you believe you're taking that emotion and using it against yourself. So here's the facts. You are responsible for every single emotion you have. You are responsible for every action that you do. And most of all, you are responsible for every choice you make. It took me a long time to figure that out. And I'll be honest with you guys, 6 months ago, you wouldn't really hear me saying that. Sometimes you just gotta take control of your mind in order for the rest of your life to follow behind it. Because the mind is the most powerful thing that we have. It's stronger than any computer. And you're going to be like, oh, well, it doesn't work in ones and zeros, and, you know, it's faster, and it's got Google. But who's using it? You are. Who created it? You did. So, think about it. Something to put on, food for thought. So I highly, highly suggest reading The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Well, that concludes my episode today. But there's something I want to do because, again, I love fragrances. And I know there's so many of you out there that do as well. Go ahead and show you what fragrance I decided to wear today. And today, I went with Mont Blanc Starwalker. Luke Starwalker. No, just kidding. Luke, I am your father. No, okay. Mont Blanc makes some great fragrances, and this is a great cheap fragrance, guys. I got this for $16.99 at Marshall's quite a while back. I haven't really seen it there as of late, but if you can find this on discounters, Fragrance X, Fragrance Net, Max Aroma, FragranceBuy.ca, pick it up. It's got bamboo, bergamot on the top. Then you get into some sandalwood and cedarwood and musk in the middle. And then you get ginger and amber, the base. I mean, this is a great, kind of freshy, but I would say office fragrance. I mean, golly. And bamboo. Perfect, guys. Perfect. That's my episode for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me some comments below, guys, and let me know something that might help you out through your daily life. Something that I can learn from you. Something you want to talk about. Something I can research. I do, like I said, I love researching. I love reading. Throw me some books that you think I might enjoy. Let's talk about them. I look forward to it. So, with that being said, guys, keep that mentality strong, and remember, we're all in this together. Until next time, cheers.